Hello and welcome to today's video, and where I tell you what I was up to in the month of January 2023. So first things first, this video is not about music in general, it's more or less about my other hobbies that are reading, watching series, although I don't consider this a hobby, and playing some games. So first of all, we start with the reading. I'm a huge fan of comics, and over the last month I purchased lots of. So here they are. So currently I'm still collecting single issues, and basically every month I get an order, and those are all the X titles that I get, and that's from January. I won't go into further details. However, I want to show you 3 single issues that I got and that I'm really excited to read. First of all, it's the X title Extreme X-Men. This is written by Chris Claremont and pencils are by Salvador Larroca. And he's my favorite X-writer, besides Hickman, and Larroca is one of my favorite artists. And well, it will take some time because I have quite a backlog of X comics to read, but I will really enjoy reading this. Then I also got the new Gargoyles comic created by Wiseman and Cabadays or so, and this one is a variant cover, and I loved the series when it was on TV, when I was a child, and even as a teenager and young adult I rewatched it, and it has a really decent quality, very mature themes, and I will read this really soon. And last but not least, for whatever reason I got a free IDW comic, Godzilla, Monsters and Protectors. I have no idea what this is about, but I will read it anyways. So as far as collected editions go, I recently bought the complete Witchblade Volume 2. This one is the cheaper one, and I love early Image comics, especially the Darkness and the Witchblade. They are really intertwined, and I finally gave it a try and read it, and so after Volume 1 there is Volume 2. I got 2 German comics, well actually they're French. It's Androiden, Volume 12, and well, this is some sci-fi, well, about androids. I really like it. It's an, I think it's part 2, but those are actually all full stories in this nice font. And then I got the newest Die 5 Reiche. I don't know how it's called in English. Basically it's Game of Thrones but with anthropomorphic animals, and I really like it as well. Really cool to read, really mature, and lots of cast members die. And then I got some new Omnis. I got the Miracle Man Omnibus, and I already read the German hardcovers, but I wanted to have it in English, and it's also a bit smaller, so more comic will fit on the shelf. Then I purchased X Factor by Peter David. This is actually Volume 2. I don't own Volume 1, however I have this particular comics in trade paperback. I have not read them, but since I now have the Omni, I will get rid of the trade paperbacks and will read it here in this oversized format. Then I got Wolverine Volume 3. I think this is the direct market edition cover. Wolverine is one of my favorite X-Men, and therefore I had to have the collected edition. I own this as single issues. I might read some of them, not read the whole run, but now in this oversized format I have new motivation to read it. And my last January purchase was House of M. The Omnibus by Brian Michael Bendis and Kolpo, I don't know his first name. This I read in German, but I'm very sure I didn't read all the side stories, and therefore this will really be a good second read, again in oversized format. Everything makes more fun when you read it in oversized format. So I will give it a second read, but not soon, I fear. But I don't only purchase comics, I also read them. And this month was... I didn't read this much, but I tell you what I'm currently reading. So I read a lot of single issues, mostly X-Men, and I won't tell you about those. And I also started to read Witchblade Volume One. I was never into Witchblade. I told you before I was more into the darkness, and I also thought Witchblade... Well, I don't know why I didn't read it, and now I'm into it, and it's quite good. It's lots of 90s comics, so lots of text, and the artwork is, well, I didn't know that it was so sexualized. However, I don't really care, and story is okay so far. Hope it will get some twists or so, but all in all, I really enjoy reading it. And then what I also started to read and will most probably finish in the next couple of days is The Principles of Orchestration by Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov. I'm into orchestration a lot, quite a lot, and I started exploring the symphony orchestras and wanted to create more music. It started with the Wooks by My Side intro for our video. And now I thought, well, I need some theory. And so I started to read this. This one is from the early 20th century. And it's, okay, you learn some really cool stuff. And he gives lots of examples from his own work, Rimsky-Korsakov. But those are in the second volume, and it's everything behind. So you constantly have to turn pages when you want to refer to something. And I think you could make this better, especially since we're talking over 100 years later. But so far it's really cool. I get a lot. I think I will read it again and make some notes when I finished my other books. And yeah, those are the two books that I read or am still reading this month. I also watched some series. I watched Wednesday, and it's cool. I really like the music by Danny Elfman. It is a nice little homage to the original Adams theme, but it has this modern twist, and I really like the music. The series itself is awesome, and it has this Tim Burton-esque flavor, and I really like it, and I'm really looking forward to season 2. I also, since I got Netflix only in January, I watched the whole 4 seasons of Stranger Things, and again, I get the hype. I get the hype. The music, outstanding, really good film score or series score music, and the music of Run Up the Hills or Master of Puppets and Never Ending Story, really well chosen, and it was fun to watch. I think season 1 or season 2 are actually the best. I think season 3 and season 4 are not as strong, and now I'm really curious what they will come up in season 5, and I hope that we'll get lots of questions answered. Then I also started Disenchantment, but I only watched 2 episodes, not into it so much. And I watched the first season of How to Sell Drugs Online Fast. It's a German series, and it's okay. I like the actor that plays Babu. It's Bjarne Madel, and he's a really good German actor. I like him. He makes every character he plays awkwardly funny, and I really enjoy this. So if you haven't watched How to Sell Drugs Online Fast, I highly suggest it. It's a mature theme, but it's fairly easy So it's not as hard as, for instance, Stranger Things or Walking Dead or Breaking Bad. And I also played video games. I played 2 games this month. I've not finished them yet, and since I don't put this much time into video games, more into collecting them, I most probably won't finish them in February either. It's a Crosscode. It's an action RPG. I like it. Yes, I like it, but the battle system, it's a bit overwhelming. You really have to have control over it. It takes some time to learn it. And then I started to play Mutant Year Zero, Road to Eden. It's an XCOM-like tactical RPG. And played the first couple levels, and it's cool. I like the graphics, I like the sound, I like the story in general. I have to explore more, so maybe next month I will tell you more about it and how I really like it. And as far as music goes, I did some songwriting. We're still into songwriting the next Burden of Grief record. I finished all my songs of the record. I have one yet to arrange, but I've 4 songs are totally done, and the 5th song is nearly finished. And I have to start recording them. We have to start practicing them, and then, well, I don't know what will happen then. And apart from Burden of Grief, I do some more songwriting that I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but some of it is metal and some of it isn't. And some of them are covers, although you will see the covers here on YouTube. And some of the stuff I write is unique. And I will tell you when I think it's the appropriate time. So yeah, that was my month of January 2023. I thought I will share a bit more about what I do here besides reviewing pedals or playing guitar. Let me know down in the comment section if you like what you saw, or if you don't like it, say, let's keep those things private. Don't tell me about it. Just make gear demos. I'm okay with it. Just leave a comment. If you want to support this channel, check out the links in the description. Well, and with that said, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. May the force be with you, and have a nice day.